My name is Craig Kaplan. I'm the CEO of IQ Company. Probably a lot of you have seen this statement from the Center for AI Safety on the left there. Mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. Many distinguished scientists as well as business leaders are all saying, look, we need to pay attention to this, so it's very high stakes. Yet there hasn't been enough work, in my view, to sort of get ahead of the curve. We're going to have large language models that are 1,000 times more powerful than GPT-4 within a decade. One question is whether we're going to be in a winner-take-all scenario. AGI may be one of those cases where if you have an AGI or superintelligent system that self-improves, and if the rate of self-improvement is very fast, that sort of later systems just never have a chance to catch up, and that system ends up dominating. If that was the case, it certainly would be very important that whatever system is developed first is also the safest system. Currently, you can think very simplistically that there's kind of two major camps. There's the camp that says, let's build an Uber LLM, GPT-5, GPT-6, GPT-7. There's another approach that I'm going to advocate. Take the existing models, find a way to integrate them, and the collective intelligence of many AI agents and human agents together will give you AGI-level performance and maybe even superintelligent performance. Let's first get a little inspiration from some of these great minds that have come before. So Marvin Minsky from MIT wrote a book, 1988, Society of Mind, which basically said you could get true intelligence, he called it true intelligence, from the operation of many much simpler intelligences. This is kind of the idea coming from Minsky that maybe collective intelligence would be an approach to try rather than training the Uber LLM. Second idea, Claude Shannon, the notion of information being proportional to the rarity of an event. So if you think about training large language models, for example, we're basically taking the entire internet or multiple Library of Congress's worth of information and shoveling all that data at some machine learning algorithms. There's a lot of kind of mediocre information out there on the internet, and it may be that you need higher quality data. And so where do you find that rare, high quality data? I would argue that a lot of it is locked in human brains. Some of people's ideas are definitely in papers, but a lot of it is knowledge that really is not accessible for training. If there was a way, for example, to get all the brains in this room working together on a network as human agents with AI agents, maybe there would be a way to expose that network to this higher quality information. Okay, then we're going to take a third idea. Newell and Simon, 1972, wrote a book called Human Problem Solving that basically described problem solving, whether it's done by a human or by an AI program, as happening in a problem space. You move from state to state, you apply operators. At every step, you knew exactly where you were, and you could create a record of the problem-solving solution. So that record can be unambiguous, auditable, transparent. If AGI was emerging or being created from an interaction of many agents, you could have transparency, you could have auditability. Idea number 4, this comes direct from Herbert Simon. The thing that he's most known for, bounded rationality, intelligent systems. If you're talking about humans, a lot of their behavior can be explained by the fact that we can only remember so many things, we can only process so many things, we have limits on our cognitive abilities. Collective intelligence, if you have many agents, in combination, they overcome a lot of limits of bounded rationality. There's another key idea. Reason is wholly instrumental. It cannot tell us where to go. At best, it can tell us how to get there. The idea that you have to get your values from a non-logical source. It's impossible to rationally or logically derive what is right and what is wrong. There's this notion that somehow superintelligence will become so much smarter than us, and it may decide to do us in or something. But why should it? You cannot reason your way into what is right and what is wrong. Those values have to come from some non-logical source, and I think the top candidate for that would be humans. There's a lot more information. There's a website, iqco.com. You could go to superintelligence.com It'll take you to the same place. And thank you all very much for your attention. I really appreciate it.